Imagine waking up one morning to find $10.47 million sitting in your bank account. Not a lottery win, not an inheritance, just there, out of nowhere. What would you do? Would you call the bank? Would you try to send it back? Or would you treat it like a golden ticket to a brand new life? In 2021, one couple in Australia found themselves in that exact situation after a tiny clerical mistake at a crypto exchange turned them into multimillionaires overnight. But instead of reporting it, they decided to live out every fantasy they ever dreamed of, buying luxury cars, designer goods, mansions, and even shipping millions offshore. For 7 whole months, they thought they had outsmarted the system. But the truth is, no matter how carefully you try to hide stolen millions, there's always one mistake that brings it all crashing down. This is the incredible true story of the couple who went from everyday life to unimaginable riches, and then straight into the hands of the Lord. It all began in May 2021, when a man named Jatinder Singh attempted to deposit just 100 Australian dollars into his Crypto.com account. He used his partner Thevamanagari Manavel's bank account for the transfer, but the transaction failed because of a simple name mismatch between the bank and the exchange. Singh then did what anyone would do. He submitted a request for a refund. That's when fate, or perhaps sheer incompetence, stepped in. When Crypto.com staff reviewed the request, an employee made a critical error. Instead of entering Singh's account number in the designated field, they typed it into the refund amount box. In an instant, what should have been a $100 refund was processed as a staggering $10.47 million payout. Nobody at the exchange noticed. Nobody at the bank noticed. The money slipped through every single safeguard in the system. When the funds landed in Manavel's account, the couple didn't hesitate. There was no call to double-check, no return of funds. They moved fast. Immediately, they wired $4 million overseas to a bank in Malaysia, a move that would later make recovery nearly impossible. Then, they went on a spending spree that rivaled the lives of the ultra-wealthy. They purchased 4 houses, including a $1.35 million Melbourne mansion gifted to Manavel's sister. They filled their lives with luxury cars, designer furniture, expensive art, and even gave away nearly $1 million to family and friends. To them, life had transformed overnight. No longer ordinary, they were royalty in their own story. For 7 long months, their secret remained hidden. They lived lavishly, completely unchecked, as if the money was truly theirs. But the truth is, systems catch up, even if it takes time. And in December 2021, Crypto.com conducted a routine year-end audit. That was when the missing millions finally came to light. A single line in the audit exposed the colossal mistake, and immediately the company traced the funds. By January 2022, they had contacted Manavel's bank to begin recovery. But when the bank reached out, Manavel didn't respond the way most people would. She dismissed the call entirely, later claiming she thought it was a scammer trying to trick her. Singh didn't help matters either. He reassured her by saying he had won the money in a crypto contest, further deepening the illusion that their fortune was legitimate. Instead of cooperating, Manavel doubled down. A few weeks later, she booked a one-way flight to Malaysia. At the airport, she was stopped with 11,000 Australian dollars in cash, luxury goods, and a one-way boarding pass. Her attempt to flee the country sealed her fate. By February 2022, Crypto.com had escalated the matter to the Supreme Court of Victoria, demanding the return of the funds. But by then, much of the money had either been spent or hidden overseas. The court ruled in favor of the exchange, ordering the immediate sale of assets, including the Melbourne mansion, in repayment of as much as possible. What started as a civil matter quickly turned criminal. Authorities stepped in, and both Manivel and Singh were charged with theft and dealing with the proceeds of crime. Singh was arrested in March 2022, while Manivel's attempted escape had already placed her firmly in custody. Their lavish dreams had unraveled into cold, harsh reality. In September 2023, Manivel pleaded guilty. Thanks to her cooperation and the time she had already served, she avoided prison, instead receiving 18 months of community corrections. Singh wasn't as fortunate. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison. In the end, it wasn't a whistleblower, a suspicious bank alert, or an elaborate investigation that brought them down. It was nothing more than a routine year-end audit, a simple review that exposed their lies and ended their fantasy. While some of the money was recovered, $4 million remains missing in Malaysia, lost in a maze of overseas transfers. This story is more than just a bizarre clerical error or a couple's ill-fated spending spree. It's a cautionary tale about greed, desperation, and the illusion that easy money comes without consequences. Because no matter how carefully you think you've covered your tracks, in the end, the system always catches up.